Hi, this is Laura Corwin, and I am part of the group that did a thematic project on teaching genetics to high school freshmen. As the math teacher in the cooperative group, I made a lesson on students discovering normal distribution and how that works in our society as they're as students are working through learning about genetics and recessive traits and dominant traits. They can also learn about how all traits are distributed throughout our population. So, in my classroom, I have um, tables, and students have partners. I use integrated mathematics project. So students work always in pairs. They always grab graph paper and pencils and know that they're going to be working in pairs. Um, and these are strategic pairings. So they just do self discovery in this lesson, and they work through the questions. I'm scanning through here to show you what is normal. So in this, there's examples of a normal curve. We've talked, previous to this, we've taught straight lines and linear distribution, and now we're talking about curves and lines that bend. And in this activity, they draw frequency bar graphs um, and explain different situations. For example, you can see number one, how many people do they think are wearing high top shoes, low top shoes, dress shoes, or sandals on a given day? They do this in partners, and then they share their work with the class. In the third one, the number of people who make a certain amount of money. And in this first example, they're just discovering for themselves what what normal distribution is, what they think it is for their area. And then there's a likewise activity with flipping a coin and how frequently you get something. We had three specific students that we were working with, and if I can get back up to that information, we had Maria and Jose and Marcia, excuse me, and they were just working in their groups and contributing as this is just a normal day activity. Um, Usually this type of work, students um, are able to grasp at their level, and regardless of how much math they know, and we read it aloud to them, so that's an accommodation they get in class. They don't have to be able to read and understand everything. It is discussed in the groups. So students will make frequency tables, they will graph the data, and they will make accurate measures on each side of the graph, the x axis and the y axis. So our project had a gene component for science and then a reading component, and that's what we put together.